Artemis 2 officially home, making that splashdown landing in San Diego. But the buzz over space, it's just getting started.
Oh, really? So President Trump, is promising some, quote, very interesting documents related to UFOs that will soon be released.
As you remember, I recently directed the Secretary of War. How good is Pete Hegseth doing, by the way? To begin releasing government files relating to UFOs and unexplained aerial phenomena.
For more, let's welcome in Professor and Director for the Institute of Theory and Compilation at Harvard University, Avi Loeb. Thank you so much for joining us. You've been at the forefront of the search for these extraterrestrial life. I mean, what do you expect to hear from the president? This was a big tease here.
Thank you so much for having me. Indeed, President Trump rejuvenated the space exploration through the successful Artemis 2 mission recently. He's also ushering in the new age of artificial intelligence. But the third frontier, which may be more significant than the other two, is the possibility that we might be visited by some extraterrestrial technological civilization. And we don't know if that's the case, but the way to find out is through the data that was collected over the years by the US government. And the intelligence agencies, the Pentagon, are saying they have objects they cannot really figure out. And I very much look forward to that data. Yesterday, I had a visit by Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna to my office at Harvard, and we discussed with her the latest findings of the Galileo project that I'm leading, where we monitor millions of objects in the sky, trying to figure out if any of them is non-human made. And I very much look forward to the data that will be released from the White House, and I will analyze it as soon as it comes out.
I mean, this is huge. Doctor, what kind of changes on society could a disclosure like this cause?
Well, it really depends on the details. It's like going out on a blind date. You don't know what will be out there. And we first need to verify that the objects we're looking at are not human-made, because there is the risk for national security from adversarial nations that have technologies beyond what we imagine. But once we do that, we need to figure out how these objects behave and what could explain the way they behave. Maybe they represent science and technology well beyond what we possess. You know, we developed our science and technology only over the past century or so, and they may represent technologies of the future. And that's what makes it exciting. You know, life is a learning experience, and that's what makes life worth living. So I'm really curious to see what the government has. And at the same time, I'm also developing my own data from the Galileo project, because, you know, we don't need to rely on the government to tell us what's in the sky. We can just look up.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Lots of anticipation here, but also a sense of urgency, because 10 scientists either died or disappeared mysteriously over the last 3 years, many of them looking into things like this. I mean, do you think it's related?
Just like President Trump said, my intuition is that it's probably these are unrelated cases. If you look at them individually, you find that families say that what happened to their loved ones was unrelated to the job they held. So, I mean, of course, the suspicion is there were nuclear scientists that were targeted in Iran, and maybe there is some kind of an adversarial nation involved in this. But as far as I can tell, I don't see any clue to that. But the White House is looking into that, and the FBI, presumably, including the Director of National Intelligence, will look into that. So I very much trust that they will tell us what they find.
Professor Avi Loeb, thank you for your time this morning, sir. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.